Hello everyone and welcome to another LEGO Star Wars review. Today we're going to take a look at one of the recent 2014 set releases from the LEGO Star Wars range, and this time around it's the very iconic ship from Return of the Jedi, the Rebel Alliance BWing Starfighter. This is set number 75050 in the line, and it currently retails for $49.99 and consists of 448 pieces. So like with the droid gunship that I've reviewed in the past, this is a very sturdy, very substantial build, you know, quite a few pieces, and with that brick per dollar/pound ratio, it's not bad, you know, it's a reasonable price, and the vehicle itself is very, very cool, so no complaints there. Before I begin this review, I do want to give a big thanks, as always, to the kind folks over at LEGO who were kind enough to provide this set for a review, and I've got a ton more to come in the near future. So this is of course the box for the B-Wing, and as you can see we have some fantastic artwork on the front which depicts the B-Wing during the battle of the second Death Star at the Battle of Endor. As you can see, the Death Star is in the background there. We also have an image of the minifigures that are included with this set, and I'll give you a look at those in just a moment. And then on the reverse side we have some action shots of the vehicle, as well as a rundown of some of the features. So a really nice box for this one. Now on to the set itself, and we'll begin by taking a look at the minifigures. The first one that we get is of course this guy. This is a BWing Pilot, and this is a brand new figure, and exclusive to this set, and as you can see he is very cool. Absolutely love the design of this guy. The helmet looks fantastic. You've got some great printed detail on there, all the emblems and all that sort of stuff. Really cool. You've also got the communication device actually sculpted to the helmet, which is really nice as well. The helmet can of course be removed, and as you can see the head does depict a visor over the face, although you can spin it around to feature a standard face as well. Although I'm sure you'll agree it does look a lot better with the visor in place. As you can see, there are some really nice prints on the torso and legs as well. You've got those harnesses and breathing apparatus, all that sort of stuff, and that continues around the back of the figure. And in terms of weaponry, he does indeed come with a blaster pistol. So a really cool figure in the B-Wing Pilot. Really nice design, but by no means my favourite figure from this set. I'll give you a look at him in just a minute. He of course can be seated inside the cockpit of the B-Wing, and I'll show you that later on in this video. So the next figure that we get in this set is this guy, and this is Ten Numb. This is, I'm assuming, the brother of 9 Numb and the cousin of 11 Numb and the distant relative of 12 Numb. I'm just joking. But a very cool figure nonetheless. Obviously a Celestin pilot, and the head sculpt is really nice on this one, or the head print should I say. As you can see, he does come with a helmet as well with some very cool printed details. I do believe this is the same helmet, just repainted, that was included with the A-Wing Pilot from 2013. As you can see, once again, some superb prints on the torso and legs, and this guy comes with a wrench. This is my favourite figure from the set, and when you put the two pilots side by side, they really do look very cool and really add some bulk to the Rebel forces. So next up we have this guy, and this is Colonel Kraken. Now Colonel Kraken is actually a figure that we don't see in the movies. He's a deleted scene character. You may remember back to Hasbro's Blu-ray deleted scene wave of action figures. Colonel Kraken was a part of that, and if for those of you that may be wondering, Colonel Kraken was seen in the Millennium Falcon during the Battle of Endor. He is seen in one of the gunner stations. So he's obviously part of the crew that Lando takes into battle. One interesting thing to point out is the fact that Colonel Cracken is actually mislabeled on the front of the box. As you can see there, he's known as General Kraken, not Colonel. That's an interesting little bit of trivia there. Figure itself is really nice. You've got that really cool grey hairpiece. You've also got the communications device printed on the side of the head. There's no double print on this one. He's just a no face on the back. Comes with a blaster pistol. As you can see, you've got some fantastic details on the torso and legs. So all in all, a great selection of minifigures. Really nice to see these released in the LEGO line. And as I said, some of these can actually interact with the vehicle itself, so I'll give you a look at that in just a bit. So those are the minifigures. Now let's take a look at the actual vehicle itself. And let me tell you, this is a really, really cool one. Here it is. This is, of course, the BWing Starfighter. As it is, this is the BWing in landing mode. So obviously the wings are down, the cockpit is laid horizontal, and it looks really, really cool. As I said, a substantial build, really, really fun to do, and it produces a really great final outcome as well. So I'll run through some of the features of the vehicle. First and foremost, of course, we do indeed have an opening cockpit, which, as I mentioned while I was showing you the minifigures, can indeed house one of the pilots. So we'll take the BWing Pilot, for example, and we'll sit him in there. Close the canopy. Once I can get him in straight. Doesn't seem to want to go in today. There we go. And there you have it, one BWing Pilot inside the cockpit. As you can see inside the cockpit, we also have a communications or control panel, which looks very, very cool. You've also got some stickers around the seal of the cockpit as well. It's a really, really nice area there. As you can see, the entire cockpit does indeed rotate 360 degrees, and this does of course play into the flight feature that this vehicle has, and I'll give you a look at that in just a minute. As you can see, we've also got firing missiles on the wings, and these are the flick fire missiles that you just tap at the end and they'll fly 50 feet across your room. And as I said, this vehicle does indeed double as a flying vehicle as well. So if we turn it vertically and we rotate the cockpit, you can then proceed to pull out the wings and have this vehicle in flight mode, which looks really, really cool. In my opinion, definitely looks better in flight mode than it does in landing mode. You've got some really cool details on the backs of the engines as well. Again, some stickers to depict some of that detail on there. Overall, just a really, really cool ship. So over the past couple of years, we've seen the X-Wing, we've seen the A-Wing, we've seen a Y-Wing. Now we've completed the fleet and we have a B-Wing. I do believe that's it in terms of features. There's not a great deal going on with this one. This is definitely one of those LEGO sets that, in my opinion, appeals more because of the aesthetic value. It looks really cool, but it doesn't have a ton of features. But in my opinion, that's not always a bad thing. You know, too many gimmicks can sometimes ruin a set. But this one is perfect in my opinion. Nothing wrong with it at all. Comes with some great minifigures, and as I said, the set itself is phenomenal as well. So if you are an original trilogy fan, I would highly recommend that you go out and pick this set up. It's well worth the $49.99 that it retails for, and makes a great addition to your LEGO Rebel fleet. So I hope you've enjoyed having a look at set number 75050, which is once again the BWing Starfighter, and I'll be back to give you a look at some more LEGO Star Wars sets in the very near future. Got a ton of cool ones to give you a look at, so stay tuned for all of those, plus many, many more. In the meantime, guys, I want to thank you for watching this review. Keep collecting, and as always, may the Force be with you.